everybody, and welcome back to Robert's Reviews. Today, we are finally finishing the Pirates of the Caribbean series. It feels like this one's been really long, but each movie is like 2.5 to 3 hours long, and they are dragging it out. I mean, they really are. But today, we're going to be talking about the last one that has come out so far. There is supposedly a sixth one on the way. I don't know if that's true now that Johnny Depp's kind of fired from everything. It's a disaster. But today, we're going to be talking about Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Men Tell No Tales. Also known in most other countries, by the way, as Salazar's Revenge. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, or Salazar's Revenge, depending on what country you're from, was released in 2017. It was written by Jeff Nathanson and directed by Joachim Ronning and Espen Sandberg. So, this movie is long. It's only 2 hours and 9 minutes. It's actually the shortest Pirates film, but it is long. It took me like 2 days to get through this because it just doesn't have any momentum. It just drags its feet throughout the entire film. And there are moments of really good moments. Like I think that like there's this one moment in the beginning of the film, kind of, it's on land where they're like robbing a bank. I thought that was fun. Ridiculous. Would have never happened. The CGI also wasn't particularly good for that. It just felt so long. That was my main problem, was like it was like a 20-minute sequence. It was fun, but it didn't have anything with the movie at all. It was just like, how do we get audiences interested? Oh, a heist that goes awry. And they're like, yes! And like, it was fine, but like also really, really, really long. There are two characters that come back from previous films that I was really happy to see. I won't spoil that for anybody who doesn't know that, but it is very, very cool to see them back. We do get a little bit of a backstory for Jack Sparrow. I thought that was really cool. I thought like it was like a really quick little thing, but I was like, that's awesome. I love that. I had a really good time just engaging with that for like the 5 minutes he was on screen. I was like, let's go. We got a young little Jack Sparrow. That was super cool. And then they took him away from us. So like, no more. And I'm like, really sad. I think I could honestly go for a movie about young Jack Sparrow. I think that'd be kind of fun. I don't know the logistics of it. It probably wouldn't work out, but I think it'd be fun. But I really enjoyed having that. We had Salazar, who was the big bad of the film. He basically went to Sparrow to kill him because he wanted to kill all the pirates, but then Sparrow tricked him into going into Devil's Triangle, which then made them weird, deaf people who cannot go on land. It's a curse. So it is about everyone's quest for the Trident, because they all want the Trident for different reasons, which is the only reason why Pirates movies are interesting. They've been like this since the beginning, literally since The Curse of the Black Pearl. It has always been the exact same thing, which I think is really cool. And I didn't really notice it until like when I watched this film, and I was like, you know what? They have the exact same sequence in every single one, except I think at World's End is a little different. It's a little different because it's mostly about a war. But for the most part, they're like, okay, this object, we need this object, and like 5 different people need that object, and it's all 5 of them trying to get it in different ways, and then one of them succeeding in the end. Almost always Jack Sparrow. But I thought that was cool. I like how Barbossa had a really, really cool character arc in this one, as he did in, what was it? Was it At World's End? He had that really cool arc. I like that we revisited that and made it a little bit better. So that was really cool to actually see the arc come to fruition in this film, so that was really nice. But for the most part, it drags its feet throughout the entire film. It just feels so long. Salazar is not an interesting enough villain for me. I think his CGI is cool, his voice was cool, but for the most part, I was only watching it for that. His backstory was kind of lull, and if anything, I kind of like the backstory only because it taught us more about Jack Sparrow. And he didn't seem like a very bad villain. It was like, oh, I'll go on land, and like, you can't touch me. Also, if the Trident happens to be on land, you're SOL, you know? And I feel like that kind of sucked, because we knew that it was just going to not end up that way. It just felt kind of like useless. It was definitely a waste of time, I think, to watch this film, but there are definitely moments where I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, and that's basically it for the entire film. I will say that I kind of like Dead Men Tell No Tales as a title more than Salazar's Revenge, mainly because I think it actually relates to the film more. Salazar's Revenge is like, yeah, obviously, but Dead Men Tell No Tales is like Salazar's catchphrase, basically. And he says it in the film, and I got chills. I was like, Dead Men Tell No Tales. I was like, that's pretty sick. Cool. I have Salazar's Revenge. Like, how do I get Dead Men Tell No Tales on my disc? I don't know, but I thought it was a cooler title, personally. But, you know, everyone has their own preference. But I'm going to go ahead and give Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, or Salazar's Revenge a D+. So have you seen this film? Let me know in the comments below what you thought. Let me know in the comments below if you want a sixth one. Do you want a sixth one? I personally couldn't care less if they give me a sixth one. If they will, I'll watch it, but I'm not going to get excited about it. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I want to know. Please consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed. My subscribe rate is not great right now, so definitely consider doing that because it'll up that statistic and it'll make me feel a little bit better. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.